All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'm going to give all the praises, honor, and the glory to YAHAWAH, BaHashem YAHAWASHI, BaHashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth. And honors to the brethren in the Akim that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH, BaHashem YAHAWASHI, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is simply going to be, The Unbelieving Shall Perish. And that is exactly what's going to be happening to those that don't believe, to those that are unable to believe, all right, the inability to believe. You shall perish. Now, when you go into this word, right, definition of perish.
Here's the definition of perish: suffer death, typically in a violent, sudden, or untimely way.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Most of you people that don't believe, all right, or you don't believe, really it's just if you don't believe, because that's the majority of most people upon the earth. They don't believe that which we say is going to come to pass. Us men that be out there on those highways and hedges, you know, us men that be making our lessons and doing that which is pleasing in the sight of the Most High. Most of you people, you don't believe a damn thing we're saying. Even those of you that, some of you that, even there's even some men that claim to be in the truth. Some of them don't believe, you know. And that's the thing, the unbelieving, you will perish. You're going to suffer death in the most brutal, most violent and vicious way you could put your mind to, and untimely as well, you know, because the Most High, he doesn't play around. You know, he doesn't play around. Most people, you gonna there's one in here, I think it's bite the dust. Yeah, here it is, bite the dust. You know, a lot of you gonna go to glory. You know, kick the bucket. You know, kick the can, baby. Clock out, so on and so forth, man. Go bug. See, but most people, most of you unbelieving, you're gonna perish, man. Okay. And it's really because the Most High has chosen you to not be able to get his word, you know. Because when you go to the book of St. John 10 and 24, it says this. Yeah, we can start at 24. This is the book of St. John 10 and 24. Then came the Jews around about him, and said unto him, How long dost thou make us to doubt? If thou be the Hamashiach, tell us plainly. Yahushua answered, and I told you, and ye believed not. See, so even when the Lord was on the scene, most people didn't even believe him. You know, they didn't believe that he was the son of the Most High, you know. You know, that they say, man, we know your mom and your dad, man. What the hell about it? You ain't the son of the Most. You know, a lot of them had that attitude. Man, I know your daddy, man. Your daddy's Joseph the Carpenter, man. What the hell you mean? Son of the Most High, man. You know, that was their attitude. They didn't believe. It says, I told you, and ye believe not. And the works that I do in my name, in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. See, so the sheep of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, they know the Most High, and they're going to follow him. And that's what we have done. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. I and my Father are one, meaning one in the same mind. Okay? You see, no one can pluck them out of the Most High's hands. You know, and they believe because they are of the sheep. The reason you don't believe is because you are not of the Most High sheep. Those of you that are unbelieving, you don't believe it. It's because you're not the Most High sheep. He ain't fucking with you. He ain't dealing with you, man. You know. And all you that don't believe, you're gonna eventually die in your unfaithfulness. 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And that's who puts these words in our mouth. The Most High, YAHAWASHI. And I give unto them eternal life. Or I'm sorry. And it says, and I cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Meaning these words that we speak, because they are faithful and they are true. It says, verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that is exactly what's going to happen. All the unfaithful, you're going to eventually die in your unfaithfulness. And in the word incredulity in the third verse, the word incredulity means the inability to believe. Okay? Matter of fact, definition of incredulity.
Here's the definition of incredulity. The state of being unwilling or unable to believe something.
So you're not able to, no matter how hard you try. You know, it's not in you to believe. You know, but it's in us. And it says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon them, or I will bring plagues upon the world, and upon the world those that dwell in it." You know, and the sword. It says the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You see that? So the sword, the famine, the death, the destruction. That's how the majority of you people gonna be perishing. You know, like when you go to the book of Ezekiel, right? The book of Ezekiel. I believe it's Ezekiel 4 and 10. Or 5 and 10. Right here. Therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgment in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds. And that's how that's what's gonna come upon you people. You're going to suffer these things. Your son's gonna look at you as a happy meal, man. Gonna try to take a bite out of you like a zombie. And it says, and therefore, wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, surely because thou hast defiled my temple, or my sanctuary, with all thy detestable things, and with all thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee. Neither shall my eyes spare, neither will I have any pity. So the Most High is not going to have any pity. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed. And it says, consumed in the midst of thee, a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee, and I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw a sword after them. And that's what's going to come, the Most High sword, all his wonders upon the unbelieving of the land. Okay? And one of the main ways the Most High is going to take out the majority of the people is by the way of those missiles as well. Let me grab this. This is the book of St. John, chapter 3, verse 18. I have told you, or 18. He that believeth on me is not condemned, but he that believeth not. But he that believeth not is condemned already. So if you don't believe, you're already condemned. And when you look up that word condemned, it means sentenced to a particular punishment, especially death. Definition of condemned.
Here's the definition of condemned. Sentenced to a particular punishment, especially death.
So to sum it all up, you're doomed. You're damned. All right. You're gonna have your part in the lake which burneth, with that fire and that brimstone, baby. He that believeth on me is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High, which is YAHAWASHI. And therefore you don't believe, you're not going to see life. And what's the opposite of life? Death. St. John 3 and 36, he that believeth on me, it says, he that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life, and he that believeth not the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of the Most High abideth on him. So the wrath of YAHAWASHI is going to abide on you. Okay? Revelation 21 and 8. And it says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and all idolizers shall have and all idolizers and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And that is exactly what's going to have. That's exactly what's going to take place. Okay? That's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have your part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone. And if you make it there, man, the Most High really had it out for you from the beginning, you know. But I'm in to hear through the Spirit. I pray the lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And as always, I'm going to give all the praises, honor, and the glory to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, BASHI, MAKAKWADASH. And it's on to the next one, Akim. Shalom.